It's good. It's good. A lot of chilling, a lot of sleeping. Pretty relaxed, so it was fun. Got to go to Frank's wedding. It was nice. So it was good. I mean, I would say just come first of all, just coming in, like he's impressive, like how he carries himself, and like confidence is a huge thing in this league. He's here because he's supposed to be here and he belongs here. So play with that confidence. I know he's young, he's very young, but he's picked up the playbook really quickly, learns well. He's confident, and obviously he's physically gifted, so he's gonna be just fine. And that's really all you can do is try to build your teammates up, because we're all one group trying to work together. I think we got a really, really good group, and we got some good older guys that'll be playing around him. So, he'll be just fine.
It is unique to walk in and start playing have that expectation. You did it.
Yeah.
I think I remember early in the preseason Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Got beat early.
Oh yeah.
Was there a moment where it clicked for you, or like something from that where it made sense for you to convey to him?
I think the big thing is a young player is not letting the name on the back of the jersey beat you. Whoever you're playing against, don't let the name on the back of the jersey beat you, because you still have to go out there and they still have to beat you. So you do you. I'm gonna do my shit, what I'm good at, and that player has to beat me. And I think that's a huge thing as a young player at any position, because you might be playing against guys that you watched when you were in 5th grade, like I did my rookie year. There's a lot of guys I watched when I was really young. Julius Peppers, was one that we played the Packers twice. It's like, this guy was drafted in 2001 or 2002. I've seen this guy. I know about this guy. James Harrison, like you mentioned the Steelers. I watched this guy growing up. But don't let that beat you, because obviously you've grown up. You're a big boy now, and you belong in this league. I think I learned that when I did play some guys that I knew were really good, and I thought I had some good performances, and it just kind of clicked for me, like, oh, okay, I'll be all right. And then on the flip side, there's sometimes you're playing against a guy that you may have not heard of, and he's a killer. So you can't get high and low with who you're playing, as opposed to what am I doing? What am I good at? Am I consistent at it? And I have to be consistent at it, because that's the name of the game in this league, especially at O-line. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's physically gifted, picked up the playbook really quick, and then it's just going through the grind of training camp. Once we get the pads on, maintaining that confidence, and then the consistency. You just got to be consistent.
Taylor, when you signed your extension, you signed with the GM that's no longer here. You play for a head coach that's no longer here. The second quarterback is no longer here.
Yeah.
What have the last few months been like adapting to this new regime and blocking for a new quarterback and getting to know your new quarterback?
It's been great. Obviously I wish everybody that's moved on all the best, because I had a lot of good relationships and good experiences. But it's been awesome. You see guys out here getting extra work after practice, and there's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of opportunity right now. A lot of guys are getting a lot of opportunities. They're saying, we want you to go out there and learn. We want to see what you can do. Go do it. So that's fun, and there's a lot of new faces too. So it might be a little more competitive than it's been, because there's a lot of new guys, a lot of guys trying to get spots. So it's been fun. It's fun to have new teammates. It's fun to get to know new guys. Like I said, I wish everybody that moved on all the best. But I've said it before. I hope to retire as a Lion. I've grown to love this city. This is my home. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future holds. But that doesn't mean that excitement is going to replace having to do the work and having to put the time in.
I think you've spoken to it a little bit when we talked to you over Zoom, but you went to Rodwood. You had expressed what you wanted them to do with Stafford and to try to keep him there. Was there a human element to all of this when that move was made and you had to adapt to the fact that you were going to have a new quarterback?
Yeah, but that's this league. You know, there's going to be turnover. You see guys all the time that have played for a long time somewhere and they end up going somewhere else. And if that's the best decision for them. And from my understanding, the parting of ways between the two sides was amicable. It's not like it was bad on the way out. So, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I love Stafford, and I wish him all the best moving forward. But that's this league. There's turnover. Guys are going to come in. Guys are going to come out. And you just got to keep working because we're here to win games for the Detroit Lions, and the guys that are here for the Detroit Lions. And on that topic, Goff is phenomenally talented. Phenomenally talented. You see him out there running the show, getting the passes, coordinate protections. Like, he does a great job. So I'm really excited to work with him, especially because I came in this league with him. I was in the same draft class with him. I did the NFL way to play with him at the draft. So, I've known him. I see him a little bit every offseason. He seems to always be in Arizona at some point. So I'm excited.
Surprised you brought him at all, though? I mean, just like you said, you've been around him and actually like not being the team. Has anything surprised you about you at all?
I think one thing I'm no quarterback expert by any means. You hear about guys having good arms, and then to actually see him throw it in person. Like I said, I don't know anything about quarterback, but you see a guy throw a ball and he throws it well, and you're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Put it on a dime, where it's supposed to be. In coverage, double coverage. It's just impressive to see because I can't do that. So it's cool to see guys do stuff like that.
What's your reaction when you've heard the major rules about players vaccinated versus players who are not vaccinated?
I mean, this is how how the league works. They're trying to make a big push, for the health and safety of their fans, players, organizations. And they felt like that was the best move. I did get vaccinated, and that's all I'll say on that topic. Like I said, I just want to leave it at that because it's so polarizing. So I just want to leave it at that. I did, and that's that. Yeah.
What do you do in preparation to take the next step?
Try to get even better. When you've had some success, it's really easy to be complacent and just trying to kind of cruise. I'm paranoid about that happening to me because I don't want to fizzle out. Not that I'm towards the end of my career, but I'm already probably past the first half of it. So I want to be better and better every single year because guys that have been great players for a long time, they're great players because they're great players for a long time. So I want to be even better, and I think I have the potential to be even better. So it just goes with the work in the off season. Coming in here, being an older guy, trying to set the tone, trying to set the expectations. So yeah. Thanks. Yep.
Dan Campbell said the same thing this morning, that he sees kind of confidence in you. How important is that at that position?
Yeah, I think cornerback especially, confidence is almost everything with the position. It's a really mental game. One of the positions that when you mess up, everyone sees it, even if you don't really understand football. So I think just to be able to carry high-level confidence, it pays great dividends over the course of a season.
Better equipped do you feel to start the season now, with a full regular offseason, as opposed to
I feel like it's night and day. Last season was really weird in the fact that my last game was that December 2019 against Clemson, and then I didn't play again until September against Green Bay. So just being able to end the season, have an OTA period, have a training thing where I can go and kind of pinpoint all the weaknesses and work at them, and then come into training camp. I think that's been a great help for me.
Because a little bit, you see him out here being very animated, bringing a different type of swag. How much of being around him benefited you involved?
I think it's benefited me greatly. In fact, before training camp, I just sent him a text thanking him for all the work he's put in with me throughout the course of 2021. And I've seen the improvements already. So just having him by my side, having Coach AG by my side, I think that's been great for me as well as the whole position group.
You've been a 5-star, you played at Ohio State, top 3 pick. Going through that type of adversity, one of the first times in your career. What type of person did that build from you, going through that last year as your rookie?
To be honest, I think when you go through that kind of adversity, you see what kind of player you are, what kind of man you are. But honestly, I'm not new to adversity. I've been through adversity all my life with my upbringing. So I think adversity is not something that I'm unfamiliar with, something that I learned to embrace.
Excellent. Sort of what we were asking at the very start. I think in other words, at the end of the determined right, you determined that you did better than last year. Can you speak to that a little bit? Just the level of determination that you have to prove who you are, what you are as a player, and what last year was
obviously, I have high standards for myself, so I'm determined to uphold those standards. But to be honest, I'm more so determined to prove my worth to my teammates, prove my worth to the coaches. Really prove my worth to the city of Detroit. Just put out a product that they can be proud of.
Chase somebody downfield play, or 50 yards downfield. I don't know, it seems like maybe that's a sign of that confidence, I guess, right? The achievements that you have, and I don't know, the way that you are on the field. You see that too?
Yeah, definitely. I think just coming out here, really starting at OTAs, I felt physically and mentally rejuvenated. Just want to keep that energy going, bring that same energy every single day, and hopefully that energy can be contagious to the rest of my teammates. Yeah, physically I'm 100%, but more importantly, mentally, I think I'm 100%.
Mental health's been such a topic lately for good reason. Going through the rookie season you did, not just maybe some of that on-field up and downs, but the physical, the injuries. How important was it for you to get mentally right as much as physically right this offseason?
I think honestly, it was more important to get mentally right than to get physically right. Over the course of this season, the off season, just started reading up on Stoic philosophy, kind of getting a sense of stillness and tranquility. I think that's been pretty big for me, staying in the present moment. So just things that have been really applicable to my game, and I think that they've helped me on the field so far.
Get to that direction? Did somebody kind of steer you there? Is it something you stumbled upon reading elsewhere? What brought you to that philosophy?
I actually read a lot, so I read a book by Ryan Holiday, Stillness is the Key. Got a lot of things from that book that I like, so I just continue to read different books. Obstacles the Way, Ego is the Enemy, all written by him. And then eventually I just went on YouTube, started watching videos by him, started reading Daily Stoic, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, just different books that I've read that have all been applicable in 2021, things that were written thousands of years ago.
How does that apply to what you do? Do you meditate in the morning? Is there, do you something to embody that, I guess?
I try to just keep the mindset of staying in the present moment. I don't really look into the future. I don't really reminisce on the past too much, just staying in the present moment. So now that this practice is over, just going to move on, get the coaching points from it, and then get ready to prepare for tomorrow.
Training your mind in some way, like to do that? Had you done that before at all?
I've never done that before. Something new that I picked up this off season. And like I said, I liked a lot of the things in it. I think that they were really applicable, easier things to digest. So just wanted to take that and kind of implement it into my routine.
Can you talk about your relationship with Jerry Jacobs? It seems like he was kind of on your hip during practice today. You guys had a secret handshake, all that sort of stuff.
Jerry's my young bull. I think he might be the same age, but he's still my young bull though. So someone that I want to help bring along. I know as a rookie cornerback, it's difficult. So something that I take personal, just trying to help the rookie cornerback so that they can kind of avoid some of the things that I went through and make their path a little bit easier. I mean, it's already hard enough being a cornerback in this league.
Watched you get a pretty detailed lesson with Coach Pleasant today, and you can hear him most days somewhere on the practice field. I'm just wondering what he's meant for you in this early couple months, the energy he brings, the coaching staff he brings.
Honestly, I feel like me and Coach Pleasant are kind of like a match made in heaven. With me, my game's always based around technique, being a technician, and that's something that he's brought to the table every single day. He's someone that's really detail-oriented. He understands that I'm going to ask a lot of questions, so he never really gets frustrated, answers my questions. And that's been pretty big, just to be able to have a coach that's willing to embrace the kind of player that I am. And like I said, put his full belief and confidence in me that I can become the player that he envisions me being.
Justin's question, there's little things you were doing, Coach Pleasant. What's the value of that?
I think the value is everything. Football, especially, like I said, cornerback, is really a game of inches. Subtle movements could be the difference between a PBU, interception, and even a touchdown. So just to be able to pinpoint those movements, make them as precise as possible, I think that pays. It really pays you a great amount of. I would say it pays a great amount of to being able to have the most success at the position. Yeah, exactly.
Everything that happened last year, how much have you thought about game one, week one, how hungry you get on the field for the first NFL game this season?
Well, honestly, if I was thinking about game one, I'd probably be thinking more into the future. So I'm just really thinking about tomorrow's practice, being the best player I can be for tomorrow's practice.
How much does last year fuel you when you're out here then?
If I was thinking about last year, I'd probably be thinking to the past. So thinking about tomorrow's practice, being the best player I can be for tomorrow.
I remember you struck up a friendship with Darius Slade, even after the draft. People around here know that he had a really rocky rookie season, and you saw him really rise to be, a Pro Bowl player right to the top of the team. Have you talked with him about that? Is he one of the people that maybe he's helped you along too, that get that pass?
Me and Slade, we talked a lot my rookie year. We haven't talked as much this year, but I don't think I'm really familiar with his story. He told me himself before I even had number 30 that he was a number 30. I think he said he had a bad game against Des Bryant, came back the next year and had a good game against Des Bryant with 23. So, his story is something I'm really familiar with, something that I definitely looked at this offseason, really kind of studied the progression that he made. And so I know that it's tangible.
I
had to get out of number 30.
Because you didn't like the look of it?
I had to get out of it.
Quantify how much you're still learning on the job.
I don't think you ever stop learning. I think that even the guys who are 10, 12-year vets, they're always learning because the moment you stop learning, that's when you get complacent and that's when the next man passes you up. So I think always having the mindset to learn every day is something that you'd want to carry going for the remainder of my career. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Stillness is the key. Obstacle is the enemy. He goes.